Okay, so everyone in office is just a lying piece of shit. Those aren't my words. Those are the words of a podcaster. I'm not going to mention this podcaster by name simply because it doesn't reflect so well on him and his character and what he's promoting. But basically, this podcaster who's very famous appears to be having a beef with the current administration in his that's running his country. And yes, obviously, when I say administration running his country, that refers to the current U.S. government. And this just is part of a larger scheme or a larger plan, or excuse me, not scheme or plan, but it's part of a larger trend, a broader trend, where people are getting more and more distanced from their politicians, and they don't trust the politicians who are in office, which I understand because I don't trust them either. I think they're lying crooks, all of them. Basically, here's what happens. I think this is personally what I think. What happens when you run for office or you accept some position as a politician, whatever, and you start you start working and living as a politician. You run for office, you have all of these great ideas on how to reform your country. You think you know the solution, or you know the solution because you're living through these problems. And then you find out that, oh, it ain't so easy to fix as I thought. Because although I am a politician and I'm closer to people of power, I can make them do things for me. I can't change laws. I can't implement new laws. I can't kill old laws. I can't abolish old laws. It doesn't work like that. I can't introduce new regulations and schemes and so on. I need the support of others around me. And in order to get that support, I need to support them on their cases. And now we have the negotiation tactics going. And people lie, people accept donations. I personally think that every single politician everywhere in the world receives money from someone somewhere. Some receive more than others. But by and large, they're in the game to lie, say half truths, deliver the standard politician's answer, make promises and break them, and then blame the opposition. That's how the game that's how the game runs. And every single time there is an election of sorts, people start getting like newfound hope. And it just baffles me that adults, my age and older, people who have had the right to vote for twice as long as I have lived, almost, they still walk around and think that the politicians are going to change society for the better, which obviously they're incapable of doing because the system and the game is rigged so that it all stays like this status quo. I'm seeing this unfold right here, right now, before my very eyes. The country I grew up in has changed, yes, but it hasn't changed that much. And, I've been having the right to vote for 22 years, so that's plenty of time to make dramatic changes. That's a generation's lifespan. And still nothing drastic has happened. I bet the same applies for your country as well. Nothing dramatic has happened, right? Yeah, new laws have been introduced and so on, and probably everything is more expensive than ever before. But by and large, nothing dramatically has changed. The politicians keep on lying all the time. And so here's the point. If you do that, you lose touch with your customer base. If you regard being a politician as running a business, you can't persuade them. They're going to stop listening to you. You're treating them bad. and they're not going to want to buy from you. It's kind of like running this. If you're living in a remote village and you're the only grocery store in town, and you take advantage of your customers there, and you inflate prices, you have a poor selection of foods, and you basically have some sort of a monopoly, and you're this dictator, they're not going to trust you. They're going to organize drives to go elsewhere to buy their food there, where the prices are lower, the selection is better, the service is better as well, etc., etc. And so the point is, don't be like these lying pieces of shits in office. Actually serve your customers well and get to know them. That's how you properly run a business. If you want to learn more about business, then get subscribed to my about persuasion for business. Then get subscribed to my email list. The link to this is in the episode description, and I'll see you there.